What's up, you guys? Karen here, virtual faith and fitness coach, coming to talk to you about a subject that I think is coming up a lot post-Thanksgiving, which is, can I out-exercise a poor diet? And if I ate poorly today, should I do a second workout? So I work with a couple of clients behind the scenes one-on-one and some in my virtual Grace camps. And this question does come up quite a bit. And you know what? I was a total sucker for this myth. I would work out multiple times a day. If I had a horrible start to the day nutritionally, I would force myself to work out again. And it became this vicious cycle where workouts were like punishment. And it just really messed up my thinking. And so I would love to just kind of shed some light and some truth on this subject so that you are not putting yourself at more risk when you're working out and feeling sluggish. And so you realize that you really can't out-exercise a poor diet in general. And I want to give you some other solutions that you can do to really help you get back on track. So first of all, if you're catching the replay, just post replay below and let's just have a conversation. Now, this old myth of, the more you burn, it's a very old conventional thinking of calories in, calories out, meaning if I eat this X amount of calories and I burn this X amount of calories, I X'd it out, it works. That's only true if all calories were created equal, which they're not. If you eat a pint of ice cream and a bag of spinach, those are two different types of calorie contents and they're gonna do two totally different things for your body. And so rather than over-exercising, let's just get back to the heart of nutrition in the first place. Because the truth is, nutrition is probably 85% of your results. And so when I'm working with clients who are struggling to see results, we do look at a few areas. We look at their sleep patterns, and because believe it or not, lack of sleep does prevent weight loss. But we also look at their nutrition and we look at their exercise, because you can always exercise with more intensity if your body's up for it. So if you're not changing your weights, if you're using the same weight every time, your body gets used to things and it hits a plateau. If you, for example, if you have Beachbody On Demand and you're doing the same workouts by the same trainer over and over and over, you're going to get the same results over and over and over. So sometimes you can tweak your exercise and your fitness program to see more results, but your nutrition is the heart of it all. So what you eat and how you fuel your body is going to change how your body's going to respond to the changes. And a lot of it is also based on hormones. So how I eat and how my body responds to the caloric intake that it gets might be different than my friends. My metabolism looks different, my hormone changes look different, and so you have to sort of put all those things on the table as well. So if you don't have the best nutrition day, exercising one more time, it's not necessarily going to be your best option. You're going to be more sore, you put yourself at more risk, and it doesn't teach you positive nutrition habits. Let's get to the heart of the issue rather than always putting on this like problem-solving mindset. So every time it's an intervention, oh, I overate, I'm gonna sweat more. Oh, I overate, I'm gonna sweat more. So why don't we just back it up to preventing overeating and preventing the nutritional mess that we get ourselves into when we're emotionally eating or socially eating. And sometimes we just kind of have that herd mentality of like, everybody's doing it, so I'll do it too. And we stop listening to what our body's doing. So I wanna just give you a few tips to help you get back on track after Thanksgiving that aren't gonna be super complicated. Number one is just be a priority planner. Be a priority planner. I love to study the Proverbs 31 woman because she was a priority planner. She took time to plan things out for her own self-care, for her family, for her business. And so she didn't just wing it all the time. She took the time to intentionally sit down and prepare things for her family when it came to their clothes, when it came to food. And so she didn't leave things up for chance, which is why she had no fear of the future. She could smile at the future because she had a plan in place. And so even when curveballs happen, it's okay because your plans can still help you at least get further in that disaster than you would be able to with no plan at all. So I want you just to sit down this weekend and ask yourself a few questions. How am I feeling after Thanksgiving? And what are my personal goals in every category? What are my faith goals? What are my wellness goals? What are my career goals? And sit down and actually write out what you want to achieve and write out how you want this week to look like. The more that we actually take the time to plan our meals, to plan our nutrition, to plan our grocery list, the less we're winging it all the time and having to punish ourselves with extra workouts or no, I'm not going to eat, I'm not going to have dinner now, I'm going to starve myself the rest of the day. that mentality is so enslaving, and that is not the life that God wants for us. We're called to live in victory, and we're called to live in freedom. So as tedious as it might be, sitting down, I love to print out a calendar for every new month, and it makes things really easy for me. So I just literally sit down and I write out the days each week, the times I want to wake up without snoozing to spend time with Jesus, the time I plan to work out, what my workout is actually going to be, and when I'm going to be meal planning and when I'm going to be meal prepping. It seems mundane, but you can make things like that fun. So sit down and just print out a calendar for December. Just look at it 1 month at a time and just write out what your goals are and what are the things that you are going to personally commit to. And just like we hate breaking promises with other people, why are we so quick to break promises with ourselves? So the first and primary tip with nutrition is just planning. It's no secret, you guys. This is what you're going to hear over and over and over again from me and from a lot of the research that you're going to do. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And so just sit down and plan. The second tip is study yourself. So if the overeating and the emotional eating is happening a lot, I want you to sit down and just start to document your mood throughout the day. Your mood, like depression, anxiety, those two mental health conditions and symptoms are often connected to your physical health. And so if you actually sit down and you notice that you spend time with Jesus in the morning and you do your workout and you have a very nutritious breakfast, I want you then to write out your mood in the morning. Then I want you to write out your mood in the afternoon, and then I want you to write out your mood in the evening. And write out what are the things that you did throughout, and you're going to start to notice the difference. You're going to start to track your mood, and you're going to say, oh my gosh, I was so moody this morning because I ended up stepping on the scale and it was a number I didn't like to see, so the scale sometimes contributes to my depression. Or, oh my gosh, I skipped my workout, I pressed snooze 1,000 times, I was rushing this morning, I was super anxious starting the day. You're going to start to realize what's connecting to the depression and the anxiety, because something is triggering it every time. And so if you take the time to study yourself and actually document, do it for 7 days. Just 7 days. Just put me to the test. For 7 days, I want you to take out a journal or use your notes app on your phone, and I just want you to put morning mood, afternoon mood, and evening mood, and what you did in between, and start to track. And you're going to see what's contributing to your anxiety or to your depression or whatever it is. You're going to start to notice it. For me, the depression and the anxiety, absolutely. If I skip my time with Jesus and I had a rushed morning, or if I skipped my workouts on a day that I wasn't supposed to necessarily, or if I didn't have a nutrient-dense breakfast and I fueled myself well. Every time I ate like crap, I felt like crap, my mood would go way down. I wouldn't be the best version of myself for my family. I was crabby, I was irritable, I was not really fun to be around. And so I wanted to be better for people. I wanted to be better for people. And so I had to start just being intentional about studying my patterns and studying myself. So the first tip is meal plan. Really take time to meal plan. The second step is to document your mood and what's happening throughout the day. It is super tedious, but it's extraordinarily revealing, and it's worth taking the time to do, okay? And then last but not least, if you feel like a second workout is the best thing to do if you boss your nutrition, what if it was yoga, okay? What if it was a workout that's going to challenge you in a different way? If you really feel like you've got to move your body because you've eaten like crap, I want you to move your body, but I don't want it to be with incredible intensity physically. Why? You've already had a very mentally draining day, and you're already feeling very discouraged and defeated. Having a workout that's going to slow you down, to listen to your body, to make peace with your body, to forgive whatever situation is that you're in, is probably the best, most healing kind of workout that you can do. So rather than pushing yourself to do a high intensity workout or go for a run when your body is already feeling so weighed down, don't punish your body. It's not your enemy, it's your friend. So saying, okay, today hasn't been the best and some activity could be good for me. Do something that's actually going to give you life, not weigh you further down. Those are my 3 tips, because I've had to explain those tips several times already this weekend to a few of my clients, and so I'm sure there are people out there who struggle with this like I did. 1 workout, 2 workouts, 3 workouts when you feel guilty. Grace over guilt. grace over guilt, and be a priority planner. Yes, Christy, that line is a line that I truly believe in. If you hate breaking promises with other people, why do you keep breaking promises to yourself? Make the commitment to really show up in, like, right now, starting right now. Just show up and do your very best, and understand that you have to become a priority planner. Even if you're not a planner at all, winging it just doesn't work. So if it's not working, why do you keep trying it? Right? And if you ever need that support, if you ever need that friend, that accountability partner, that community just to push you closer to your goals so you can thrive, I'd love to be that for you. You guys know I'm here. I've been here. And so if you need that support, just reach out to me. I'd love to connect you to my Grace Camps. I'd love to consider one-on-one coaching with you. I'm always just a message away. But I hope that these tips were helpful, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend where you spend the time to sit for just 10 minutes and priority plan your week ahead. I love you guys. Talk to you soon.